Okay, I'm here. Prophet Roy Nabi, family prophet to the angel of the church to the Laodicean. Shalom. I want to say something. A lot of times, because we don't know how relationships are supposed to go, when you start to learn how relationships are supposed to go, uh, the things that you made important, they really not important. And lately, I've been talking about relationships. Hey, what's going on, Kimberly Lily? Shalom to you and your family. Give my regards to your husband. Lately, I've been talking about relationships, in particular, marriages. Now, the information that I've been given about marriages and relationships, you can also transpose or apply that information to any type of relationship. Okay. This is very important that we get relationships right because a lot of things that are highlighted that are due to frustration is because of a larger overarching problem of relationship disorder. Cassina, how you doing? So yeah, I'm doing this little short teaching, but I want to make an announcement. And Kimberly Lilly, I would like to invite you. We're going to have a conference call right after this, about 6:30. Okay, 6:30, between 6:30 and 6:45. We got to get everything set up. So we're going to have a conference call, and I would like to invite you, and you can invite whoever you want to invite. But yeah, I would be honored if you could come and join. The information for the conference call line is in the description of this video right here. So uh, I want to share something with you all. Early today, something got me right before I came on. Something got me really, really upset, and I'm sure I said some things that uh, I should have had a better choice of expressing the things that I was frustrated about. But it's really interesting. A lot of people, they have a got you attitude because there's really an injustice going on, a disorder going on, but they want to make a big deal, a larger issue out of how you reacted to abuse, disrespect, evil. They don't want to focus on those things. They want to focus on how you responded to it. And the way you responded to it really don't wash away the fact that it was evil, wicked, and destructive. It really don't. But when people don't want to be called out on their stuff, what they do is they make an issue how you responded. And let's say the way you responded was not the most righteous way to respond. Maybe you lost possession of your soul for a few seconds. But what is the cause of the issue here? Is it the response or is the action that caused the response? I want to show you something here because I don't want to be on here a long time. I want to go to First John. First John 2:19. I want to post this in the room. They went out from us. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. Who is the us here? Who is the us? There's a lot of us's in this text. Who are the us? They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, no doubt they would have continued with us. Who is the us? The us are those that are seeking the kingdom. It's not Christians, y'all. It's not Christians. I know, you know, we default to Christianity because we've been in it so long. But this has nothing to do with Christians. This has everything to do with Israelites. And the people that went out from them were Israelites. They wasn't Christians. So you had Israelites separating from Israelites. They went out from us, but they were not of us. What does that mean? They were not of us. They were not of our nature. They were not of our spirits. Were they Israelites? Yep. Did they wear fringes? Yep. Did they have their head wrapped? Yep. Did they have a long dress with fringes and had all that? But they were not of us. They were not of our nature. They were not of our ruach. They were not of us. Let me tell you something. When people start leaving you, they might not leave you physically first. They might leave what your relationship stands for. But guess what? They're around you every day. They are around you every day. And it don't even mean that they hate you. It don't necessarily mean they hate you. They might even care for you, but guess what? They're not of you. They are not of you. They're not down with your vision of serving the Most High. They're not down with that. That means they have left you. Even though they're around you every day, they might even sleep in the same bed you sleep in. It might be a husband or a wife, but guess what? Y'all not together. Even if y'all having conjugal relationship, y'all not even together. Even if y'all eat at the same kitchen table, y'all not together. Y'all might ride in the same car. You're not together. They went out from us, not just physically, idealistically. They went out from us. But they were not of us. For if they had been of us, if they were of our spirit, if they were of our character, if they were of our nature, they would no doubt have continued with us. They have to leave you. They have to leave you. Stop holding on to stuff that's dead. They have to leave you. They have to leave you. Just because you are financially intertwined with a person don't mean that you're together. Nobody wants to hear that part. That part they're going to edit out. Just because you are financially intimate with a person, it don't mean that you're spiritually intimate with a person. You might own a car, house with a person. Y'all might share investment properties, bank accounts. You're not together though. You're not. Stop holding on to those things that are dead and are not born again. They're not born again. They're dead. They love the dead state. Let me tell you something. Some people will tell you, I love being in the dead state. They'll say it so many different ways. I love the dead state. I'm not going to get off Broadway and get on the narrow way. No, I don't want the narrow way. I want Broadway. I'm comfortable in there. It's my spirit. Guess what? What, Amos 3:3? I think that's what I want. Let's look at that. We be holding on to stuff, and the Most High be trying to give us something better. The watchword for all true living is something better, not something worse. Can two walk together except they agree? Let me tell you something. If you work for a company and you can't agree on how the job should be done with the supervisor, you have to quit or they're going to fire you. You're not supposed to work there. If you're always bumping heads with the supervisor on how the job is supposed to go, you think it should go this way, but the supervisor thinks is giving orders on how they want it done, and you don't want to do it that way, it's time for another job. Let it go. Let it go. The problem is not the job. The problem is the person that's in the subordinate position trying to tell the supervisor what and how to do it. Let me tell you something that one thing I notice that people do when they don't understand the order of relationships. Let's say, for instance, you say, hey, I'm going to go to the store. And then let's say a husband say, I want to go. Let's do it this way. Let's say the husband is going to go to the store. No, I got to do it this way. It won't work no other way. Let's say the wife says, hey, I want to go to the store. And the husband say, okay, I'm going to go with you. And the wife said, oh, forget it then. I'm not going. See, a lot of people don't know what that is right there because they just not spiritual. They're in their feelings. They got their will at the front of their mind, but they don't know what that is right there. That is someone trying to mother or put son a husband. It's the same thing when children do it. You might have a son who said, "Oh, hey, dad, I'm going to go to the store." Oh, okay. All right, good. What store are you going to? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I'm going to go with you. Oh, no, forget it. Forget it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't have that authority. I mean, come on now. You don't have that authority. You got to follow through with what you're going to say. That is very disrespectful. And the reason why people say stuff like that is because they can't tell you not to go. But that is a sly way of saying you ain't going with me by saying, well, forget it. I don't want to go. So people start thinking that they have that type of choice. And once children see parents do this, guess what children do? They start doing it to each other. Sisters start doing it to brothers, and brothers start doing it to sisters. It's out of order. So I'm not going to stay on here too long because now it's 9:29. So we're going to start that conference call between now. We're going to start that conference call between now and 4 and 6:45. So I'm going to give one more scripture. I want to give one more scripture before I close this. All the information for the conference line where we're going to be reviewing an interview by Gina Murry concerning the topic of biblical marriage. Okay? We're going to be online immediately after this broadcast, this live cast. Okay? And all the information is in the description, the access code and the actual phone number. So you can participate with us and listen to this interview and tell us what you think. You know, we don't want you to get into your feelings. We just want you to, hey, say yalla, say ya, shalom to you. I don't think I've ever seen you before in here, but welcome in any case. See, I think things are so out of order as it relates to relationships. Men don't know their roles, women don't know their roles, and children don't know their roles. It's really pathetic. And so a lot of in a lot of these relationships you have benign neglect, you have passive aggressive rebellion. In many of these families, you have passive aggressive rebellion, and it really is out of order. Thank you. Thank you. Saya. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here. I know, today is the 4th of July, and the pagans are celebrating their liberation from Great Britain while we were still slaves. And many of our people today, this is one of the most beautiful days of the year because it's in the summer. Uh, there's fireworks involved, pyrotechnics, and a lot of people have a day off of work. And so a lot of our people get sucked into celebrating white supremacists getting free from other white supremacists. I don't like saying white supremacists really, but Caucasian oppressors. They love, our people love celebrating that. And it's really interesting that our people love celebrating Caucasian oppression, but at the same time, they're talking about they want reparations. See, I'm not, I'm that's not working with me. But anyway, I'm not going to prolong this any longer. Hey, Abdurrahman. Hello, I'm a Muslim and enjoy studying the Bible in terms of theology, doctrine, and textual criticism. Okay, all right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this down now. Like I said, it's going to be very short, and I need time to set up the 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 access code. I mean, the conference line that we're going to have, and we're going to discuss biblical marriage. We're going to discuss biblical marriage. Uh, there is a book online by the person who we're going to be going to be reviewing, which is Gina Murry. And the book that she has written on biblical marriage is called The Them in Him. The Them in Him. So you want to go check that book out. And there's a really exciting and informative interview of Gina Murry online. It's the only one uh, where she talks about biblical marriage in a way that you probably haven't heard before. Very sophisticated and intelligent and biblical discussion concerning biblical marriage. So, without further ado, I'm going to close this. I'm glad you all came over. It's good to see you, Kashina. And yeah, I'll see you all over there. Shalom.